All right, we are back with virtual Hydlide here. And really quick before we get this run started, I just want to say there was a $72.70 donation from J Brun upgrade to 100%. Yes, please. So that means that Mystic Quest has gone from an any percent run to a 100% run to end out the night. There is still the naming incentive open if you want to snipe one of those names for Benjamin, if you want to put a different name in. But for now, I am going to turn it over to mechalonk, and they will complete this amazing virtual Hydlide run for us. Take it away.
Welcome, everybody. There's a hard trek, but we have made it to Fairyland. We are ready to virtual the Hydlides. This is a easy seeded run. So we have a seed that we picked out of the 4 billion possible seeds, and we know it's a good one. The question is just how well do I do with it, and does the stream explode because I'm doing this from not home. Alright, I'll talk about the game more as we play it. It'll go by, for a slideshow, it'll go by 30 fast. Only a 30-minute presentation or so. I'm not sure if we'll have time for questions at the end, but we'll see. So, with that, alright, remember, the game starts 20 seconds after I hit start here, so 23, 22, 21, 20, and so on. Virtual Hydlide is a early disc era action RPG. It is... One of these buttons is wrong, sure. Oh, right, because that's the... Alright, sorry. Controls are fine now. So, yeah, it's an early disc game, and it shows. Unfortunately, the frame rate is not something all early disc games share. That was TS&Esoft's own personal brand of fun, because they built this in a golf engine to save money. Unfortunately, it saved the frames, but not in a way that made it particularly playable. Now, this is a game of hot and cold that you can't, on other difficulties, you can't do until the end, but on easy, they give us the item to do it early, so we just do that early, take the extra level. In this game, levels aren't from grinding, unlike in the original Hydlide. Levels are from succeeding at things, and there were 10 attack, 10 defense, and either 100 or 50 HP, depending. We're trying to blind reckon our way towards that. That is what it is. Yes, these are on the overworld for free. You thought this was a hard game? Alright. Second thing that's on the overworld, we found this last year at Thanksgiving or so, or rather I did, with the help of some tools that we were using. There's an elevator with a shield, an elevator with a sword. We are taking the sword. We get sword. Take this elevator out. For some reason. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, now we are heading this way to try and cross a bridge and get to the first dungeon we're actually going to do, which is the maze. Great, my Switch updated or something. This way. Alright, usually you would have the lens of truth to see how to get in here, but we don't need it. Step right into the room. This is any percent, so we do get to, in fact, skip a number of the dungeons. Previously, before we had the Thunder Sword, we would do Graveyard in this category, even though it wasn't necessary, just because it was a great experience. But now that that's no longer the case, through it. And it's the Roper Dungeon if you played the original. Ruins, we're gonna take this this up. Tool. Oh, don't mind that it looks like an amulet. Loots look like tools too. Pretty bad. 2 tools we're going to pick up in this dungeon are Stone of Fighter and Fairy Tears, and the Fire Amulet, which is necessary to go to the next dungeon. Required. We do it. Yep. Not too far. Alright. Those fairy tears to get back to the dungeon, save yourself some time. And that is the ruins. Next up will be the volcano. It is the slowest frame rate area in the game. And yeah, it'll be a good time for everybody involved. This overworld walk's a good time for donations or messages if you got any RPGC.
I do not at the moment, but just to let you folks know, again, we have met that 100% for Mystic Quest. We do have the naming incentive open for Benjamin right now. Draves is in the lead. Ziggy is also an option, so if you like those, you can donate towards one of those. If you don't like those and you want to put one of your own in, you are more than welcome to do so. We do have some stuff coming up for tomorrow, and I will say the Ultimate 3 Exodus Run Kill Lord British has already been met. But you can still name the file for BS Legend of Zelda. You can have Cassware cat ears for cassette beasts. And you can upgrade to any % hard mode for the Tiny Toon Adventures 2 run tomorrow. In the meantime, just a reminder, we are donating to for Take This, which is an amazing organization. You've seen some of their folks on here at different points during the week. And they're great. This is going to a really good cause, especially for those of us, if you're like me, who get super duper anxious at conventions. Their AFK rooms are the best thing for something like that. So thank y'all for being here. Thank you for your donations. I appreciate it. And don't wait, we've got more runs coming at you throughout the rest of the week.
Small time loss there. Did not intend to die there, but that corner tends to pack a number of golden armors and lady armors. Yes, the pink ones are called lady armors in the original Hydlide. They're called pink armors now, but lady erasure is not on my docket. So try this again. Yes, where the frame rate gets bad because there's a lot of fire here. You know what golf courses don't usually have? A lot of enemies, a lot of fire. Alright. Flip here. First time. Having trouble. I don't know how many times it would take for this to time. Take a number. It might actually. You can see there kind of the beginnings of it. The game is procedurally generated. I mentioned, how there are 4 billion seeds, right? And so in the volcano, sometimes that means that components end up overlapping each other, or coming close enough to it that you can do a flip. It's not the case in every seed for certain. You can see with this overlap. There we go. theory, that saves you time because there's a whole southern part of this dungeon that you could have seen when the map was shown briefly a couple times. Dark in here. If you get the lantern from the vampire, it's brighter. That time, hopefully you can figure it out without it. And I can. Some of the time. I'm finishing running through the volcano here. RPGC, we had a Jumi run on Tuesday.
Yeah, I was lurking around for that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Ziggy then too. All right, so this is our boss. Not ideal. Unfortunately, that means I'm gonna have to run through the volcano again. In the Japanese version, I would have a few seconds to heal myself there. But because I had to go to a backup, we don't. So we're just going to have to take that time loss. Now, my estimate's actually a lot more accurate in a world where I can't death heal. All right, let's try this. Let's try to get a good clip.
Well, in the meantime, we do have a $73.24 donation from Wells. It says, good luck, have fun. Thank you, Wells.
Somebody's really wants to fight.
Well, that puts our upgrade to any percent hard mode at $6.76 away from being met for tomorrow's run, which is nice.
I keep trying to get people to accept Virtual Hydlide Pro mode, but nobody's willing to take the plus 45 minutes on the estimate that requires. Like, how can I schedule this?
I can't imagine why.
I don't blame anybody for it. Like, it's one of those things where you're like this is a possible incentive where you can just accept it outright. If you want pain, like, we can provide. Yeah, the pro mode is very unfriendly to estimates because you see the maps I'm constantly referencing. Yeah, there's no map ever anywhere on the overworld. Nope. So all of the, would you like to find something on the overworld? No, you wouldn't. Pro mode, definitely. All right. Now we have the weapon equipped. We need to equip the Stone of Fighter that we picked up. We're going to lose health slowly here. It's fine. Because we're going to get once, thanks to what we previously thought to be dumbed out. The first one is a boss that you kind of have to wait for, because none of the other projectiles are particularly good against it. Into a boss that you can burn down relatively numerically. The projectiles are slow because you have to wait for them to fade out. You can see these fade out behind them. Like the piercing projectile as well. That is the dragon fight with the Thunder Sword. It's a lot easier than waiting for them to come up and hoping to stay there. Alright, so another tool is going to drop from the sky. This one's a flute. Don't worry about the fact that it looks like an amulet. Maybe I should have put that amulet back on. This one is intentional because walking through the volcano in reverse is no better than walking through it the first time. Yay, I have a rank. Not ideal. typically you fill the record up with higher scores than that, so that you don't deaths deaths on purpose don't waste time. Clearly, I haven't done that on this emulator. All right, but now we get to back out of the volcano without even turning around. Here's where the seed finding really pays off. It's a 50 by 50 grid, and things can be put all over the place. But it so happens that the last 3 dungeons are within 8 tiles of each other here, because of all of the seed hunting that I did. But with some assistance, the next dungeon is right over here. So yeah, it's save some overworld time to find the right seed. This isn't even the best possible seed. It's just good. Unfortunately, this dungeon is not good because it's 5 floors of gray-brown mine. Here you get to the boss. First floor is exciting because these are the first time we see mimics in the game, and they are incredibly dangerous. So we are not going to be checking chests here. Even if we needed to, I wouldn't. First right, take the first left, take the first left. Zombies, I got it. Like that. Why do we have enemies teleport into the player's way? Close them down.
Just all part of the virtual Hydlide experience.
That it is. Mimics, thankfully, although Black Knights start to show up now. There's like 35 the numbers. Still zombies. Anyway. You go by the first corridor, you go on the second one. Defense itself. Minecart. Oh. Wow, okay, yeah. I missed the early turn. I'm in a sad place. He's good. Right. At the end. That end. Wouldn't think it's that hard to step into the cart. Virtual Hydlide makes it happen. Better or worse than the Final Fantasy VI Mine Ride graphics?
I would definitely take the minecart graphics.
Yeah, exactly. That was some Mode 7 pixel goodness right there. Great game, but that was a lot of pixels in that minecart sequence. Pass. Quick turns. Like volcano, walking out of this dungeon is terrible. You want that in fairy tears, not really an amulet. Right. Right, 4-3. Was pretty straightforward. This is the one floor that can actually be incredibly short, because the exit can be anywhere basically. So you can get incredibly short floors. Here we've got one that's like half size in terms of distance to exit. Not a bad thing. Here, you can see I've taken quite a bit of damage. That's because we've never stopped to get armor, and we're not stopping now. The best armor in the game's not hard to get, but you have to say.
For me, it's armor. It just slows you down.
Yeah, it just slows you down. You have to equip it. Ugh, that takes time. I went and got that healing there because I'm hoping it'll throw off the gas clouds timing and I won't run into it. Gas cloud will make me poisoned. While it's possible, oh, there it is. Possible to beat this boss poison, but not the funnest thing. I'm gonna do it anyway. Alright, so like every other boss in this game, this is a teleporter boss. It has, you know, in essence, it has times it's invulnerable. Like every boss in this game has times it's invulnerable, and most of them are because they essentially teleport. The Mad Dragon is basically the only exception. Alright, so we're going to try and use this mage to set down, blast it. I believe that there was that this was just pure RNG, but we've definitely found ways, as you can see, to convince it to play along somehow. Of course, it's still willing to set down a fake set down. It'll take off if your pants box when it's setting down. Good grip. Quite as good a mage fight, but this was a better mage fight. Here's the earth, another level. Get a fairy, and we are parallel. Yep, doing that dungeon backwards isn't much fun either. Less painful though. Still long. Alright, we are headed into the final dungeon that actually has any fork paths at all. And there are a lot of fork paths in this one. Thankfully, we're speedrunners, so we don't care. Yeah, right near here is within vision. The place where it's used with God. Here's the earth. Castle. Nice short end of the remote movement there. But thanks to seed hunting. First section of this place is a teleporter maze, but it's the easiest teleporter maze you've ever had to interact with. There are 3 real floors here, and your goal is to get to the center of the middle floor, or center of the top floor. Just takes it. Walking to the center. Not much of a power core is a little more fun because the lights are blinking, the mimics are back. Quite make the turn. You can make that in one cycle. Around the skeletons. Just in the middle of the place, despite that being suspicious, it's actually real and a sword. That sword is the best sword in the game. Here, a lot more. Ow! In one hit game? Christmas. I'm gonna have to heal. Not wearing armor. More dangerous than you suspect. No. So often it tries to do this one. Not a mimic, thankfully. Another chest is that one. Not great. Alright. So this is the eel from the original Hydlide. There's no waterways for us to walk in. Well, there are waterways, but we can't get the eel as a fixed boss instead. Eel is immune to thunder. Thing we got is this one. Stone of Fighter on the Sword of Light shoots 3 projectiles. All of them can hit. So that is a huge damage increase on what is already the best sword. It's very unlikely that you ever do make a run with this game without being off. You can see, like, they can individually crit too. So heals health quite a bit there. You do win on a double KO versus the eel. It could have been more aggressive, but without the safety that Japanese version provides, probably best. Alright, so because we have all 3 fairies now, we can teleport to the last dungeon. If you were on another difficulty, you'd get the item that makes it possible to find the fairy in the forest. Hot and cold game. If you miss on the hot and cold game, you get bees. And you don't need the item, you could just bee test every tree in that forest if you want. if that's your thing. Bees are quite dangerous, however. I wouldn't recommend it. 3 bosses, one you've seen, one you haven't, and the final boss. This is the one you haven't seen, so skip this dungeon. First time he flies away, you fight him here. Here he doesn't fly. Yeah. Alright. So the non-breathing wall here will disappear. The rest of them are breathing. Helpful tip to find the way out. And you walk through the fleshy part of the dungeon and into the second fight, which is the mage again. But with ads. Ads that can heal. Saw me do it twice this until I get 3 in a row. You're definitely telling the truth. It's possible to induce. Sometimes they do. Unfortunately, that thing we did to heal also heal yourself a bit. and he didn't take off. That's because the takeoff is due to hitting a damage threshold where the a crit will always do that, for basically any enemy, but in this case it does it for a normal hit too, and normal hits enough light balls, but not with the sprint swipe. You see this behavior against Barreless as well. Barreless won't, unless I crit him, or it won't change what he's doing unless I crit him. This is the final boss. Again, because this is in Japanese, I'll have to be proactive in healing, because deaths cost time. He makes noises. Step back. In the garage. One not crit connect to the first view. Got it right there. Firing off at things. That's the left, and I'm dead. Alright. It's fine. It only sends me back to the beginning of this area. But not ideal. And I will have to do the high score screen again. And again, for some reason, they made it look like a fighting game countdown. I wish I could explain that. I really can't. It came from a golf game, not a fighting game. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Alright. So, yeah, we're back at the beginning of the boss rush, but the bosses aren't back. Not active as great. And try not to get quite as God. Hope that he teleports less aggressively. I crit better. Again, we're like, you can get in 6 hits before he does anything here if you don't crit. So that's the ideal. Then all you want to do is crit, because that interrupts. That's great. Rougher than I'd hoped, but did get more virtual Hydlide out of it. And here's where the rest of the money went. The Hubs was saying that the money went into the intro, and I was telling no, it went into the ending as well. You get all of this early high-res CD video and mocap and all that stuff. Get a really high-res picture of the princess's dress, which honestly is pretty cool, against a green screen, which is why her hair is frizzed out. Earliest of green That is virtual Hydlide. As see them right there. Here are the credits. Thanks, as always, to the Valks for letting me show this off. If the frame rate were better, it would be a perfectly average game. but instead it's a legend. Like that. All right, bye everybody.